Good day, everyone. Magandang hapon, magandang umaga, depending on what time you are watching this stream. But thank you very much for inviting me to Ateneo Dinaga University uh, to Sonny Vertus, the also director of ADU, to Mr. Leo Kaayaw, who coordinated this invitation with me. Thank you very much to all the student leaders, student organizations who are viewing this webinar right now. Thank you very much for your time, for being here. I'll be speaking about animating student organizations, student activities, student life in the quote unquote new normal in the COVID-19 pandemic era. And so I'm excited to share with you. I'll be talking a little bit about some of our assumptions, anticipated realities, and then I'll go into what are the challenges that we're facing and eventually into what we in ADMU OSA and our student organizations are doing to respond to the challenges posed by the current pandemic. So let's get to it. I'll just let me just put up on the screen my slides for a few bit. All right, so it's animating student organizations in the new normal. As we all know, our life has abruptly changed. Even the way we communicate with one another and our student organization life, it's pretty much centered on how we communicate, how we gather together, how we come to our org tambayans, how we run our projects, programs, and activities. But in the new normal, we are very limited by space. We are limited by the mode of delivery. But the good thing is, we have been preparing for this and we have the capacity to actually transform the way we do things. All right. Next slide, please. Okay. So one thing for sure, I can assure you, and it's one thing that we believe here in Ateneo de Manila University, student activities will definitely continue. It will not stop. The pandemic will not be able to stop it no matter what the challenges will be. Student organizations pursuing their mission will continue amid the pandemic. Although the reality is there will be no campus events, no traditional assemblies, no area visits, on-site meetings, other activities that we normally do at school in our areas of gathering, etc. But that doesn't mean that life will not continue. Student activities will thrive, student leadership formation will continue, susulong pa rin ang ating mga gawain bilang mga kabataang namumuno sa ating mga organisasyon. So let me just begin with a few assumptions that you already may also have been thinking about. Dito tayo magsisimula. This is where we will begin to redesign what we hope to be the content of our school year, given the new normal. So these are anticipated realities, probably some deal breakers and challenges. First, of course, as we know, according to CHED, in their COVID advisory number 7, dated May 24, 2020, there will be no mass gatherings. Social distancing will be the new normal. Mass gatherings are prohibited. So hindi pa rin talaga tayo pwedeng magkumpul-kumpol, magsama-sama. According to CHED, higher education institutions are prevented from conducting in-person school activities. And that would mean we cannot be together, we cannot hold activities, we cannot do our usual assemblies, etc. So that's an anticipated reality. Another one is, of course, given this new delivery mode, there is very much limited student engagement. That would mean student organizations will be forced to redesign their entire focus, redesign their entire set of efforts to be delivered online, and to creatively pivot everything that they do towards an online mode of delivery. But for every challenge, there's also creativity. So I'm very much looking forward to how you guys will transform as we all migrate and redesign our programs for an online engagement. A different schedule for learning and activities. This would mean that it might be different in terms of timing and programming. There will be a different timeline for all of us. School year will not be the same. The way we start our year will not be the same. For Ateneo de Manila University, we will be doing a modular delivery online, and there will be quarterly delivery of classes, and mostly, if not all, are asynchronous. And that will have an impact in the way we design our calendar, our learning activities, our programming, and just one of the challenges that we will be facing. I'm not sure if Ateneo de Naga will shut down, but for Ateneo de Manila University, we anticipate that the campus will shut down at least at the end of the first semester. We will not be opening our campus to anybody except for the in-house resident students who are currently residing inside the campus, the Jesuits, some members of our security, and some affiliates inside the campus. But to the rest of the community, the campus is closed at least until the end of the semester. That would entirely change the way we are playing the game because we will not be on campus. So, yeah, it will be a challenge. It will be a deal breaker for most of us. Another thing that I think we should be thinking about as in terms of anticipated realities and challenges is online fatigue. There will come a time when students will probably get tired, get sick of anything online, for processing things online, for everything, running everything online. Darating tayo sa punto na gusto na nating mag-detox, stay disconnected for a while, and not be present online. And so we need to design our programs, activities around the fact that it's not overfeeding, it's not overly saturating our students' social media pages, social interactions, etc. But I think the most important of all these challenges, no, is I think there is a bigger call that student leaders and student organizations we should be responding to, and that is to be able to be indifferent and sensitive to the sign of the time, to the signs of the times. I think it is time for us. I'll talk about this a lot more later. It's time for us to open up our walls and think of the bigger picture. Maybe design our mission in such a way that it is contextualized in the way that it is responsive to what the nation demands, what the time demands. And I'll talk about that a little bit more later. So these are just some of the anticipated realities. So let's look at where all these realities are gonna bring us, where all these realities are gonna push us towards. The thing is, it's not like we have not been preparing. It's not like it suddenly became a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. We have been forewarned. We have been dealing with a lot of problems and challenges. The world has slowly been becoming volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, or what they call uh, VUCA. It has been becoming a VUCA world even before the pandemic. And so, slide please. And so, in some way or another, we have been responding and we have been preparing ourselves in this VUCA world by also being VUCA about it, meaning we have been trying to be versatile about it, trying to understand the world. We have been preparing in terms of connectedness. We are interconnected globally right now, and our creativity is really very much on the rise. And only right now that our agility is being tested. So the only way to combat the volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world is also by becoming VUCA, meaning to be versatile, to be more understanding of what's going on, to be more connected and creative, and uh, being agile, and the ability to move and redesign and quickly pick up on our feet and respond to whatever it is on hand. No? So, all right. Given that, let me just share with you what we are doing in Ateneo de Manila University because I think that's what Sonny Vertus really wanted me to talk about, what we're doing in Ateneo de Manila University in terms of animating our student organization life in the new normal. Well, in my office student activities, we've been trying to, our mission is really to transform mindsets, spaces, programs, and protocols to adapt to these new challenges. What is clear is that despite the challenges of COVID-19, we will be there to aid the students in adjusting to this new mode of delivery. So what have we been doing? First, we have a lot of organization workshops, tutorials, trainings, fundraisers, advocacy programming, member formation projects, our planning seminars, transition seminars, evaluation seminars have all been readjusted online and redesigned for an online delivery. Publications, our publications have also pivoted online, and even relief assistance efforts and advocacy efforts have been adjusted and redesigned for online delivery. Our home organizations, these are organizations that are closely linked to our uh, courses, to our majors, to the departments, to the home department. They have been preparing prep courses online. In other words, uh, they are assisting the home departments in being able to bring out content to our students during this time. We have also been conducting expo seminars, events for alumni online. Our arts organizations have been busy with curating online content. They have released their previous performances. They have outlined future performances for an online interpretation of certain material. I think our dance group, company of Ateneo dancers, have been doing online workouts, online trainings, and choreography sessions, uploading past performances so that student engagement will still be present. Of course, student representation will continue as it is required by the law. So our student council has launched an online portal to be able to be more engaging to the students, to be able to be more connected to the students. They have now launched an online presence via their portal, and our student council has been in the forefront in leading efforts aiding uh, COVID-19 efforts by certain institutions and groups, and also have been on the front line in trying to promote and advocate some causes that we feel so strongly about. Okay. Um, if you can go to ateneo.edu and look for the Ateneo Sanggunian, you can see all their efforts there. Our Council of Organizations also is planning and will be conducting an online recruitment, online membership recruitment for student organization. There's also a COA Rec Week, our recruitment week portal. It's a one-stop shop for joining student organizations. We normally have a Rec Week Expo inside the campus, and it's a fiesta, and it's a very lively activity. And we're trying to capture that energy online. COA is trying to bring that energy into an online delivery. Student publications have also been busy online, and the Guidon has, even prior to the pandemic, has already maximized their broadcast service. They have been, Guidon is our official school paper, and Guidon has been doing online broadcast of their reports, and I think they will be able to utilize that more during this time of the new normal. On the level of the office student activities on OSA, we have also done efforts to animate and help orgs become better at delivering their mission. And this includes launching an online portal. We have a virtual office where everything you can do in our physical office inside the campus, you can do inside the portal. Um, you can go to, I think it's bit.ly/Ateneo LS and there you can click on our program, set an appointment, talk to a formator, submit documents, follow up on our trackers, etc. Say hi to some friends, read on our curated blog, curated content, watch the videos, etc. And it will seem like you are in our physical office inside the campus. We are also focusing on coordinator-driven student formation. Inside the office student activities, we have various coordinatorships. These are focal preferences on where and what direction OSA wants to go. We have a coordinator for moderators, parents, and alumni. We have a coordinator for creativity, innovation, and new media, coordinator for spiritual formation, coordinator for political formation, coordinator for gender and development, coordinator for arts, culture, internationalization, and diversity, ACID. We have a coordinator for student organizations, assessment and review, coordinator for leadership and development. We have a coordinator for research and development, coordinator for new and emerging student organizations. We encourage our students to form and organize themselves and apply and register with us. The more organizations, the more we can reach out to the students. And all these coordinatorships, we have coordinators for training and resource management, budget and finance, and logistics. And we plan to maximize these coordinatorships for each of these coordinatorships to deliver content online so that there will be focal preferences for students to identify and aid them as they move forward in this new normal. Okay. Also, we are providing a lot of online consultation and coaching. A lot of our student leaders normally just walk into the office and talk to a formator. And we want to really simulate that in our online portal. You can click a button and immediately you'll be able to talk to a formator uh, about your programs, projects, whatever. We have also revised our financial procedures, and currently everything is online. All processing is online, and it has allowed for speedier processing of documents. This is very much helpful because I think a lot of what's going on in the organization is very much related to budget and finance. So a speedier budget and finance processing will help our students a lot. Like I mentioned earlier, we are providing our students with a curated menu of programs, activities, links to outside the classroom learning and enrichment so that they may be able to also enrich themselves and widen their scope and perspective of everything that's going on. So they can just go to the portal and go to our link on enrichment programs, events, and activities. And there's so much they can learn from there. We will also be doing modular leadership development and skills training program. Our annual Ignition Leadership Summit, we are doing it differently this year. Please watch out for the announcement about that. Normally, we hold it in July in time of the St. Ignatius Festival. But this time, we're doing it differently. We'll be launching it next week probably, and it will be delivered differently. And it's open to all student leaders from all Ateneo campuses all over the Philippines. So please watch out for that. In the past, I think there are a few student leaders, I think 3 to 5 every year, who join from Ateneo Dinaga. And this year, we're hoping that maybe more student leaders can join us, especially that it will be fully online. It will be delivered fully online. Please join us. Watch out for the announcement on Ignacianidad 2020. All right. Okay, just to share with you what some of our orgs have been doing. First, we usually have our student activity hour. It's the hour dedicated to student activities where no academic activities are allowed to happen. We are transforming this into the online solidarity hour. Mondays and Fridays, 5 to 6:30. No academic requirements, no classes, no academic activities allowed. Only purely student activities, student formation, student organization, life-related programming is allowed. Okay. We will also be doing a different ORSEM, pretty much like what the other Ateneo campuses have been doing. We will be doing an online orientation seminar to our freshies. Our RSM core committee have developed a website that will be gradually releasing information, and we'll be holding synchronous sessions on the day of the RSM itself. This is currently being run by a volunteer pool of 350 students. Hopefully, you can also tune in and enjoy our RSM with us. We have been tuning into the other RSMs of the other Ateneos as well. Let me also share with you the Loyola Mountaineers model, wherein the bigger question is what will happen to orgs whose mission really is very physical, like Loyola Mountaineers, where their core is going to the mountains, training their members to be prepared for the climbs. What will happen to those kinds of programs and activities? Well, the LM model is that they'll be doing their application processes online, tests, written tests, skills tests online, etc. Successful applicants will be uh, only provisional members until they be able to finish their application, their actual test runs and training climbs. When mass gatherings is allowed, and we are free to move around and do the activities that we normally do. So they can apply, be members provisionally until they do the physical trainings afterwards, maybe next school year. Next slide, please. Okay. We're also trying to reinvent advocacy. We have Kite, for example. They're doing activity kits drive. This would mean it's similar to their org hospital visits, except that now it's going to be delivering kits. These are packed and distributed to partner hospitals with the help of Bigay Kulay, an org that aims to brighten the lives of kids through education and art. So instead of the org members going to the hospitals, there will be activity kits provided in partnership with Bigay Kulay to also allow external audiences to participate in coming up with the kits, and this will be distributed to hospitals. One of our orgs, the Pre-Med Society of the Ateneo, is also doing things online. They are doing their discernment online via IG stories. They will be featuring stories of student vloggers in med school to help our prospective med students discern better if that's the life they really want, or which med school they want to go to. So transforming IG stories as a discernment tool. And Ateneo Edge, this is an education-based organization. They'll be doing a modular learning packet. They conducted surveys. Ateneo Edge conducted a survey with their partner community, and this included a constituency check. And through the survey, they found out that many of the people in the area have limited internet access, but they still want their children to be part of the program. So instead of doing an online delivery of education, Ateneo Edge is helping create module packets that will be distributed to the students in the area, and they will be doing tutoring online and doing a hotline for tutorials to check on the kids on how they're doing, and this will be done via phone or messenger. So these are just some of the things that our orgs are doing. Both there are, as you can see, there are online distribution, there's online delivery, but there's also low bandwidth modular packets, etc. But also maximizing different social media platforms like IG, uh, StreamYard. OSA is doing StreamYard. We are at home with this platform, no? And so as you can see, there are so many ways to animate organization. It's really going back to the bigger question. Maybe you can go to the next slide. Maybe at the heart of it, really, no matter what the platform is, no matter what the mode of delivery is, the way to animate our organization is to tackle the biggest challenge, meaning to design the appropriate response to the signs of the times. We look at what's going on, we look at what we are good at, what we are really, really good at, what our mission is. And the challenge is to look beyond the walls of our organization and realize the potential that we have towards nation building and building a better informed citizenry. Hindi talaga hiwalay ang ginagawa natin sa org sa ginagawa natin sa paghubog ng isang mas matatag na bansa. Meaning, we can look around us. In Ateneo de Manila University, we partnered with the Office of the Vice President for Social Development to better streamline the partnership between LGUs here in Metro Manila and our organizations. We match the expertise of the organizations to the specific needs of the LGU so that there is direct, concrete efforts that will be delivered to the LGUs to achieve actual impact and results. So if the organization's mission is in education or literacy or financial literacy or health or environment, we partner with specific LGU programs that deal with these focal preferences for better partnership. Our orgs have also been donating to the Ateneo Dream Team COVID Fund to help in the various efforts aiding our those who are affected by the pandemic, especially our frontliners. So as you can see, um, animating the org will pretty much depend on what do you want, what you're good at, what you're good at that's solving the problem of the world, what you're good at that's solving the problem of the world that's also providing learning to your members, meaning to your members, and fun to your members. I think those are key things. Again, let me reiterate what your mission is, what you're good at, okay? What your mission that you are good at that is solving the problems of the world, but at the same time providing meaning, learning, and laughter to your members. Those three things are very important because there should be meaning. People should not avoid difficulty. Instead, we should teach our members to find meaning in what they do, but also to keep on learning and grow as they're doing it. But what's meaning and learning when they're not having fun? So we call that the Mll Index, meaning, learning, and laughter. But meaning, learning, and laughter contextualize in your mission, in how you're doing your mission, in how your goodness and expertise is trying to solve the problems of the world. And that golden ratio there in the middle is that's where we will try to animate our org life. I hope you were able to find something new or something that you can ponder on in the last 30 minutes of my talk. Thank you very much to Ateneo de Naga University, to Ateneo OSA, Sunny Virtus, thank you very much. To all the student leaders who are tuning in right now, I'll probably see you again in the question and answer later on. But thank you very much. Mabuhay ang kabataang Pilipino. What we do in the organizations, we do for the nations because what we do in organization, we do for the nation because we believe that a stronger nation has a better citizenry. A better citizenry, the way to do that is to empower the youth. The way to empower the youth is to empower our student organizations. So maraming salamat, Tama si Rizal. Kayo ang pag-asa ng bayan. Ako po si Tats Quiblat, OSA Director dito sa Ateneo de Manila University. We are your partners in formation. Thank you and have a good day.